YouTube. This is Dr. Wanda, and I'm seated with
Gia.
Okay, so tonight's discussion, we decided to sit down and discuss the tea. We got some tea for you, and the tea is uh, Gia has a little suitor. She has a little young gentleman here, and I can honestly refer to him as a gentleman who likes her. Look at her laughing. And listen, he's in her age group. How old is his name is Joseph Soberjour. How old is Joseph?
He's 12.
He's 12. Gia's 11. He's 12. So he's bright. He does well at school, right? He goes to a jury. She's known him for quite some time.
Yeah.
He's made it very well known that he likes Gia. He's liked others, but he likes Gia. And he's actually been trying to, like, call himself like almost, trying to get a little date up out of here. Their age level, a very decent, very 1950-ish type dating. So I just think it's sweet. There's a portion of it that's really sweet.
Yeah.
I found out that he's my Facebook friend, so he done snuck his butt up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And he's up there as somebody named Holy G.
Boy.
Holy G Boy.
Yeah.
Right? And the thumbnail is like, it looks like a Latin guy or some Arab guy.
He said it's a soccer player.
Is that a famous soccer player?
Yeah.
Well, that's why, it's other. What I can tell you is it's not a black Ghanaian, okay? Yeah, so what do you want to say about Joseph Soberjour and this new experience that you're having here in Ghana?
I want to say is he's really nice. If I'm in a situation, he's always the peacekeeper, problem solve. If I need something, he'll always help me. Even if it's just 10 pesos that I need, he'll still help me.
Okay. Does he behave? I don't like bad boys. I never liked get in trouble, go to jail, get beat down by Master Ben. Is this boy behaving in school?
Yeah, he behaves in school. He's always quiet. He's really shy actually. He's
He's never gonna be shy with you. Whatever he is, that goes when they like somebody. But go ahead.
He's really shy. He's not a loud person. He don't like to get up and shout and stuff unless he's really close.
Okay.
He doesn't like everybody, and there's a lot of people where even if you mention his name, it's gonna piss him off and he's gonna get angry.
Okay, so he's not a follower.
Yeah.
He has his own.
And he doesn't kiss up to people either.
Okay, well we can't do brown nosing.
No.
Father God, we don't want that. Okay.
What else could I say?
What do you know about his family?
Yeah. He showed me pictures of his mom and his dad.
Okay.
They couldn't really come to when we had this parent-teacher conference, kind of at Ijiri. They couldn't really come, so his uncle came.
Oh, so he did have parent representation.
Yeah, he
well,
did.
Us teachers like that. We don't like it when nobody show up. We like it when somebody show up. So that's nice.
Yeah, and what else could I really say?
I don't know. Joseph Soberjour had, listen, let me read you something. He sent a note home with Gia Boo. And he told her, do not open it, which she did. You didn't open it, did you?
No.
Okay, so she didn't open it. And this was the letter that he sent me. I want you to see it first. Look at that. I hope y'all can see it. Look at that lovely handwriting. I said, look at old Joseph. Y'all can't see it. Okay, well, he wrote a nice little letter, very nice penmanship. And this is what the letter said. It said, Dear Dr. Wanda, I'm happy to write you this letter by the grace of God. I hope you are fine. I've been chatting with you on Facebook. You have helped many people. I have not seen you before, but I have seen your photo before on Facebook. On Facebook, you send your photos on Facebook with the name Wanda Evans-Brewer. Your daughter's name is Gia. She's a very good child. Sometimes she's in trouble. I help her from it. May God bless you. I chat with you with the name Holy G Boy. Your daughter's best friend, Joseph Soberjour. And he used the address of the school to, I guess in case I want to write him back. So I like that letter. I like that he sent my baby a letter, and it felt like he was like trying to get the mother's permission to engage with her. And I like that he identified himself as her what?
Best friend.
Best friend. Very appropriate young man. Very appropriate young man. Now, can he dance? If he can,
Yes, he's the best dancer in the room.
oh, okay. If he can dance, now we really doing something. If he can dance.
He could dance. He could play football.
Okay.
He what else could he do? He could dance. He could play football. What was the last thing he could do?
I don't know, baby. This is your friend, as he just identified himself, best friend, Joseph Sober-Brewer. So these were some of the things I hoped for when I moved here. I wanted my daughter to have a very basic coming of age. I know a lot of parents get scared of that. It's natural. Like, this is happening one way or the other. That's what's going to happen, is that your children are going to like somebody in class or crush on somebody, and hopefully you have a good enough relationship with your child that you can dialogue and share things and guide and all of that good stuff. So I have not personally met Joseph Sober-Brewer, as he stated. I've tried. I've hoped to run into him. In fact, I thought maybe at this parent conference I would have, and it just hasn't worked out. But I desperately look forward to meeting him because he's so appropriate, and I'd like to encourage that. And for the most part, this has been a pretty good experience, except there's always an evil witch in the mix.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you wonder who the evil witch is.
Yeah, who's the evil witch?
The evil. Well, I would say evil witches.
Okay. All right.
There's two of them.
Okay. Who's the two?
He hates, actually three. He hates these three people.
Don't say hate. Hate is strong.
He
he's not
okay. He
pleased with them.
dislikes them.
Okay, he's not pleased. Go ahead.
First off, he doesn't like my cousin Priscilla. He's already made that
Negative.
complete
Player hater.
completely he just already wrote that out. Whenever he sees her walking past, this is his face.
Yeah, but it's not that he's displeased with her. It's the why. What is it that she's doing that makes him displeased?
He hates how, first off, why are me and him doing homework and you over there twerking with other people when your whole entire body is...
being a distraction.
Yeah, and your whole entire body is like a stick.
Well, I mean, stick, not stick. You don't need to be twerking while I'm trying to do my homework.
Yes.
That's the main thing with me. All right, let's go to witch number 2.
Witch number 2 is, we have a classmate named Mary.
Okay.
He absolutely hates Mary.
Absolutely dislikes.
I'm gonna say.
You ain't gonna let me correct that?
No.
Okay, so what's the problem with Mary?
Mary, first off, she's a big old crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
He hates crybabies.
Mm-hmm.
He hates her attitude, and she's a big snitch, but she also got issues.
Okay, so Mary is complicated.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like...
And annoying, and her English is really, really bad.
Well, I mean, English is her second language. I got a heart for second language learners, so some words just don't feel good in your mouth. You see how hard I'm fighting with these words up here? They're just not phonetical enough for me, whereas I didn't struggle like this with Spanish. Okay, now give me
the last
the witch of all of them.
Yeah, the worst. He really dislikes this girl in our class called Sherry.
Okay.
The reason why he dislikes her so much is, first off, she always thinks she owns somebody. You don't own anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she always feels like, if I'm holding garbage, you're supposed to go throw it away, not me.
Oh, she think you're a flunky?
Yeah.
You're the hired help?
Yeah, and...
Unpaid hired help at that.
And he dislikes her also because the last time they had an incident where he came early to school.
Okay.
And he swept both class 5 and class 6.
Mm-hmm. And
it was really, really dirty. So he swept it or whatever. And Sherry came to school and didn't do anything. And when she saw that Sarah Shadrach was coming, then she went and picked up a broom and was like, I swept everything. it was me.
We false flagging. We pretend.
Yeah.
We trying to take credit.
Then Sober Joe was like, I'm the one who swept the 2 classes, and she was like, no, you weren't, because I came way before you. So he ever since that day, he got in trouble. He got caned for that, and he ever since that, they're no longer friends. They don't like talking to each other.
Why did she lie to the point that he would get punished, though?
Because that's just how she is.
Wow.
Sometimes I really think she's mentally ill. Because...
And why did they take so much of her? Why did they believe that?
Because, these teachers go with the boys lying, the girls is
so there's a little bit of chauvinism there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he doesn't like her. Whenever he sees her, they're cool, but they don't really talk.
He's hurt.
And she's always, and he used to actually have a crush on her before I came to jury school.
He's hurt, baby. He's hurt, yeah. He's been betrayed.
Yeah.
And then set up.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know of one other witch.
Which witch?
That parent. What's her name? Georgina's mother.
Oh, the greatest wicked witch. Oh, she's amazing. She deserves a crown.
She does. So there's a parent who used to actually last year when we were here, and Gia used to get her hair done by her and various things. She lives as part of the compound, and she has a child that's within Gia's age range, but she's a little bit older.
No,
she's like 14,
15.
15.
She's 15.
But yeah, she's had some sort of religious conversion where everything is sin now. Your hair is sin, your clothes is sin,
your earrings, your lipstick.
Lipstick is sin. Okay, but before that, her conversion was so intense, she shut down her hair salon.
She threw away all her hairbrushes, all her wigs, all her dresses, all her high heels.
So everything I see her now, I see her in kind of, I wouldn't say the burqa, but she's covered up. And so she has expressed to Gia that, she shouldn't be so friendly with Sober Joe, because he does walk her home. He will do homework with her. And she's been telling her, what did she tell you?
She told me I shouldn't be messing around with Sober Joe because Ghanaian boys aren't like the U.S. boys.
Like she knows something about U.S. boys.
Like she knows something about it. She said, one minute they like you and whatever, and the next minute, what did she say?
I don't know, I wasn't there because she ain't said to me. But if she did, from what I recall you told me, she made it seem as if it starts off as friendship and then it leads to something else.
Yeah.
And that is not a unique, attribute of Ghanaian boys. That's just boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Beirut, if you go to the Philippines, if you go to Hawaii, it's just boys. But I thought it was kind of ugly that, she was making it seem as if something heavier was happening that's actually not happening, and that she doesn't have a parent. It's like, she's telling her to stop doing what? Like, stop studying?
Stop escorting him to the park?
Stop being friends? Like, what are you saying? And she has a daughter. Now, what's interesting about her daughter is, a few months ago, her daughter asked to borrow my daughter's phone. She doesn't have a phone. She asked to borrow her phone. She said she had to call a friend, and it turned out she was calling what?
A boy.
She was calling a boy.
What she told me was, she came to me running in this, at it should be like 5 or 6. And she came and she was like, Gia, could you give me your phone? And I was like, yeah, what for? She said, I'm going to call my classmate. I said, is it a boy or a girl? She said, it's a girl. So I said, okay, cool. Maybe she wants to study or something, or a textbook. So I was like, okay, cool. She calls the person immediately. She's like, Gia, I'm coming. Can I go with your phone? Before I could even answer, this girl is running all the way to the park.
Gia, no, I don't like nobody with her phone.
Like Sonic. This.
Not like Sonic.
Literally, this girl went zoom right past me. So as soon as she did like that, it was like 4 hours and she hadn't come back yet. So I was like, oh no, she's with my phone. I was stressed out because I had talked to you earlier, and I also wanted to talk to you later. So I was like, oh no, my mom's gonna call this and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So she came back, and she didn't even give my phone to me. She went straight to her room, and I had to call her. I was like, Georgina, give me my phone. She gave my phone. I went into the room, changed into my towel, and went to bathe. When I came back from bathing, then my sister mom Susie was like, you got a call from this boy named Kofi. Do you know this person? I said no, because the only guys that I have on my phone is Joseph and Isaac and Apia and Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who this dude is.
And Joseph is like the brother.
Yeah, like my brother.
Eric is cousin. Apia's cousin.
Yeah.
And then you know who Isaac is. Okay.
So this was all really ridiculous. So I was just like, maybe somebody got the wrong phone number. So the next minute, Susie leaves for church, and I get another call, and it's the same person. I said, hello, who is this? He said, I'm looking for Georgina. And I said, well, Georgina's in her house. What do you want from her? And what is your name? He said, my name is Kofi, and I'm looking for Georgina. Again. So I said, well, I could go call her for you, and then immediately he hung up the phone. So
the moral to this story is what?
She took my phone to call a boy.
Right. So we're not going to make this the Georgina Chronicles, but the point is, here you have this mother who is warning my daughter about something that's being done in the open, and is under the supervision of the super mom and the teachers at the other end. This is not an isolated anything. Who has a daughter who is clearly beginning to build a secret world, have secret interests. I mean, it's all adolescent stuff. She's not doing anything over the top. She's not doing anything that probably even myself, I haven't done. We sneak off and try to see a boy at a park or whatever. But it's like, she needs to be talking to her own daughter. She needs to be focused on being far more open and positive with her own daughter, as opposed to trying to be, verbally scary and punitive to mine. So I told Gia, I said, sometimes, Gia's respectful when she's talking to her, she listens. But it's a lot of times I want her to tell her, like, I talk with my mom. Like, my mom is aware of most things, this is not by any means a secret anything. And in fact, she even talks to Isaac about Joseph Soberjewel. We're very aware of him. Even God's Way, the driver, is aware of her friendship with 12-year-old Joseph Soberjewel here in Ghana. So that is the tea, honey. And listen, this is not new territory for Gia. Every country we've been to, Gia always have some little boy that like her. My favorite was the little boy in Uganda.
I know you about to
baby. That was life changing for me. We was at a Ugandan wedding, and it was spectacular. And he says they was playing together at some point. And the boy that always likes Gia is always smaller. He's always physically more petite, and he's always short. So I already know how this get ready to play out for her. She just a big old tall woman with a little bitty man. And so he says, he asked her, he said, are you Christian? No, he said, are you Muslim? She said, no. He said, are you Ugandan? She said, no, I'm American. He said, are you Muslim? She said, no, I'm Christian. He said, would you be my girl? She said, I'll think about it. So then through each one, she came back telling me what was going on. Then they was playing. And so the little boy ran off. He was gone maybe 10 minutes. And he came back with this purse, this clear.
There's 2 purses, pink and purple. I still have them. I use them for my makeup.
He came back with this purse. And he gave it to her. And he asked her, she said, would she be his girl? And she said, yes, dear. I said, look at this. I said, look at this boy. I said, he said, look, this ain't what she's talking about. I think about it. I want a firm yes. And he went, got that young purse, came back with 2, came back and settled this deal. Now, we haven't been back to Uganda since 2017, but I just think that is hilarious. I said, he made up his mind. I got to bear gifts for this one. This one, I got to do something extra. I said, girl, keep that in mind. He was expressing himself very well. And I like that he wanted to know what he was getting into. You're Muslim? You Ugandan? You know, he wanted to know some background on it.
Nothing from criminal.
How old was you? Like
5.
no, it was like 7.
7
It was
or
like
6.
7. Hilarious. And I didn't think she was gonna breathe when she found out about it. Anyway, happy Sunday. Thank you for listening to the tea.
Yeah.
And we're signing out.
Bye.